Angie, Pooh. Do you know Angie?
Who's that?
Who is she? Oh, Angie Pooh.
Hey, it's me, Angie Pooh. Welcome. Hey guys, what it do? It's me, Angie Pooh. We have the missus letting it know, telling you like it is, how it should be. Life coach, Miss Brown. Miss Phyllis Brown is in the building, guys, and we want to welcome her. Remember, if you have any questions, put them eyeballs in the chat. We're going to ask some questions and we're going to have it respectable. Remember, we ask a lot of questions, but we're respectable. Hey, pretty lady.
Hi there, Angie. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I am so grateful that you decided to do this with me.
Yes, and I am honored to be on your channel. I am honored and tickled pink to be here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Okay, I want you to tell everyone who you are, what you do, what's your channel about, but this is the thing. Don't give them too much because I got some questions, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, so you go ahead and tell the people.
Hi, my name is Phyllis. How you doing? And I'm a YouTuber, and my channel is mostly about vlogging. In the past, when we said vlogging, that was what the term we used when I started years ago, that we vlog our life and tell our life story, because YouTube is about us telling our story. So that's what I came on YouTube after watching for many years. So I do hauls, I do live streams. I love live streams, and I do inspirational discussions and talks, and blog about my family. That's what I feel comfortable sharing. So that's what I'm all about. I'm a mother, a young grandmother. I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a cousin, I'm everything. So that's what my channel is all about. I vlog my life when I feel like sharing. And so I'll save the rest of the questions coming from you guys and from Angie. So I'm just a fellow creator like everybody else here on YouTube trying to share my story. That's what it's all about, Angie.
All right. I had to go get some water. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have no water.
I didn't get in it either. My husband probably bring me a little bit. So that's it. That's me in a nutshell for now.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, we want to do a general hi to everyone, and we'll come back towards the end of the chat and give our love and our shout outs, okay? So let's just say, hi.
Hello, everybody.
I know that you joined YouTube in 2011. You were watching channels, you was watching people and things like that. And it gave you a little inspiration on starting your own. But what year did you decide to start your own channel?
Okay, in 2011, I think I didn't start making videos, I think about 2016. And, I'm a type of person, I keep it real. And I came on YouTube as a consumer, just looking for information. And to be honest with you, both my sons are married to Caucasian sisters. And at that time, I was just curious about interracial relationships, because I know I love my daughter-in-laws, and I'm just trying to see, get a spiel on what it was all about. It was a new territory for me, because now my father was biracial and my grandma was biracial. So I was just curious in the interracial marriage and stuff like that. So that's really what got me started. So once my grandson was born in 2016, I think I got a little serious about making videos. And I had, you know, that you follow my channel, those who follow for years, I have a couple of videos that went viral. And it's unbeknownst to me, they weren't playing. We were just a conversation and keeping it 100. And so that's what made me started doing more, creating more videos. And YouTube has changed a lot. We'll get into that, but I was monetized. Well, I had been on for years, and my son asked me, said, "Mom, why don't you monetize your channel?" And I didn't even know what that was all about because I wasn't interested in like monetizing my channel, making money. That's not why I came. So after that, right at the time when my channel got monetized, I was making money, and I took a break from social media, period, because of my job. And so now I came back, and what I'm doing now, I like YouTube, but I mostly do YouTube for fun. I don't knock it, but everybody trying to, be monetized. That's fine, but that's not my goal. My goal was just to share my story, stay true to my mission. I believe everybody should have a personal mission, not a professional mission or goals, but I had a personal mission, which is to share my story, to uplift, motivate, and inspire others. So that's what started me here on YouTube. To answer your question, Angie?
Yes. How did it feel when you went viral? Like, tell me, like,
I didn't
where
even know
was you?
I didn't even know I was viral. My son told me, and I live in the Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and my son is a real estate broker, and his wife is an agent, and so and he did some acting with Tyler Perry, and he used to do modeling in New York and all that kind of stuff. So I live in the area where you see a lot of celebrities and stuff, and he was doing a little local movie, and so I just started vlogging, and he said, "Mom, your videos, some of them go viral." And people were interested in Atlanta. They wanted to move here. There's a lot of negative talk and a lot of negative experience about Atlanta. I'm a native, and so I know Atlanta. So I just started making videos and talking about Atlanta and the surrounding areas and blah, blah, blah. And if you notice, some of them made 9K, 56, so that's how they went viral.
Okay, hold up. You are OG? You are original Atlanta?
Yeah, that's what everybody always say. I never met them. They always say, "Oh, you're the first ever met."
Y'all are extinct because it's a melting pot.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So, and you're at my age. I don't think I'm old enough to be your mother, but I can be your big sister. So I've seen it all, done it all, and I watch Atlanta start. I grew up at the tip end of Jim Crow, and so I know the ins and outs of Atlanta. I know what it's all about, and my son, I've been invited to a lot of different things like radio personnels, and I would get tickets to go see Portia before she got on Atlanta, when she was on the radio here, and it didn't faze me. I would give them away, and I could sit in the Tyler Perry studios making of the Browns and stuff, and it didn't faze me, so I would give it away because growing up in my day, I saw a lot of celebrities. I used to live not too far from Holyfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cow pound. The cow pound.
Yeah, you see them at the Little League with their nephew, you speak, or you see them come out the barbershop, and Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. It's kind of norm to you after a while. So it's kind of like no big deal. My celebrities to me are YouTube.
That's right.
YouTubers are the people I really enjoy meeting and seeing. I'll be honest with you. I really do. That's my audience of choice, is YouTube.
Miss Brown, I will be in Atlanta in 2 weeks. I'm going to hit you up because
you better
we
hit me up. You better call me. We can hook up. And so
I am so excited. I'm going to meet Miss Brown. Yes.
That will be so nice. We'll go somewhere in Buckhead and maybe have some dinner or something and hang out.
Now we can't go to Candy's because I ain't paying for no ice.
No, we go somewhere we can afford,
that part. So you are a life coach. How did you get into it?
Well, I'm a spiritual life coach. I say I believe also everybody should have a mission. Everybody should have a ministry.
All right.
So
what part do you like the best? Being the life coach or the spiritual life coach?
The spiritual life coach is kind of like, I believe we all have a gift. And the spiritual life coach is like my ministry. Mm-hmm. And the life coach is what I get paid for. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if you run into someone, if it's not with my job, with my business. I have my own LLC business. It's kind of like after I do an initial free assessment, a phone conversation, and I see that you're just someone that really just needs some direction or guidance. My passion is actually trying to help young women to come into terms of who they are as a woman, especially young ladies out of college trying to find their ways and the self-discovery. I may take someone under my wings and just mentor her. But at the same time, if someone keep calling and need help with their marriage, you check my website, and we may have to develop some kind of package here so I can get paid for my services. So it's another whole ball game to tell you what made me come into social service. But most social workers, not all, nothing is all, just general, from my experience, have experienced some sort of abuse or trauma in their life. So
I was just about to say that.
right. So use that's what draw you. You want to help or prevent someone to experience the things you experience. And that's what it's all about. You giving back.
Yeah,
So,
because most caretakers have been in some sort of abuse or, you know, physically, mentally, sexual. So they become caretakers.
right.
So I understand that. You have an interesting name that your grandson gave you in regards to your additional things. Can you
Yes.
share that with the people?
Yes, I'm about to go into partnership with a nice young lady I recently met. So we're gonna brand this. I don't have a lot of wigs or whatever, but for the sake of this, my husband don't like wigs, but I think wigs are nice. I think they're fun. I think it's a time to just step out of who you are, your comfort zone, and just experience. And I have quite a few in the drawer that are human hair. And I found the human hair wigs, they take more work. They're high maintenance to me than the ones that's synthetic. It just depends. I'm not a beauty queen or fashion queen. So my grandson was over here the other day visiting me a couple of weeks ago. He had never seen me put on my hair, one of my wigs. So when I came in here and put it on, he said, "Grandma, you got your put on hair. Where you get what is that put on hair?" I thought that was so cute. So I'm going to brand that put on hair. And in a child's mind, that's what you do. You put it on. So that's going to be our line. We're going to say put on hair.
We're about to do that. It's going to be on shirts. We're going to have bumper stickers. Put on your hair.
Right. And that's going to be the label, put on hair. So it's a lot of opportunities here in Atlanta. And someone said to me, and they said, I never thought about it that way. And they said, it's so true. Everybody in Atlanta have a hustle.
It's definitely.
Yes. And growing up as I did in Atlanta on the Tempe and a Jim Crow, that was a time in Atlanta during the 70s and the 80s where Atlanta was the hub for we as Black people to really become entrepreneurs and to really just start your own business. And I've had a licensed home daycare. I've had another business. Now I have my community-based business. And my mind is always going. I see opportunities and I try to share with young people about, listen, why don't you do this? So I've helped a lot of people like start their own little business. One lady said to me, she said, when I was a director of a program, she said, Miss Phyllis, I would love to start my own business, but I don't have a degree. I said, honey, you don't need a degree. And I asked her, I said, what do you want to do? Tell me about it. And she said she would like to start her own business where she provide support to elderly people. I said, okay, that's a possibility. She said, I don't need a degree. I said, no. So that's also part of my LLC. I teach people how to start their own LLC, and how to actually start it from finish. So my background, I don't like to really talk about myself, but I've done so much. And so the thing about it is, I've also have training in opening up group homes, licensed community living arrangements from scratch to operation. So I help people do that too. They say, oh, I would like to, I have this house and I would like to get some children in or some people with DD in it. And it's a lot of work. And so I'll ask you, I said, listen, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to help you step by step, or you want to do implementation from the groundwork to the policies and procedures? Because I was going to think open me a group home, and I can know how to do it. But I asked this guy, this company, they wanted 10 grand because they're gonna start you from the LLC. They're gonna help you with policy and procedures. They're gonna help with your hiring. They're gonna do everything for you to get started. So you talking about a lot of money. That took a lot of money to do that. You need to know what you're doing. So I do that too on the side. So I'm thinking about getting my Medicaid number. I know how to do it. A lot of leg work, a lot of paperwork, but I think I'm just going to get the number and decide what I want to do so I can be a Medicaid or Medicare. So it's a lot. It's a lot you can do. You don't have to sit and wait. You can work for yourself.
And I think that's where you started off with in 2011 about watching the videos, and it enhanced where you wanted to be and how you wanted to do it. Because I met you on Tuba Chat.
Right. Because now see, like some years ago, there was a guy named James. What is his name? James. I forgot James White. I think it was James White. I can't remember. He was kind of like a Tuba Chat.
Okay.
He came on and he helped people to grow their channel. So back in the day, I would say like in I took a hiatus in 18, 19, yeah, like that. So I was saying 2016 and 17, he came on the scene and he helped a lot of people to grow their channels. Okay. It was the hashtag I am a creator. He didn't so much have the wheels and all the system like Tuba Chat used, but he helped you to grow your channel. He told people how. And so we would all piggyback on that and help each other. Like you see a lot of my live streams, you've noticed in my live streams, I don't have a lot of rules like a lot of people do. It's just that I want people to meet other people. I want you to meet other creators when I do my live stream. And when I do my live streams, I try to promote the people that are just getting started. So that's why I hook up with Tuba Chat, because I'm trying to meet more people. I have another channel that's called Impact Community Services, and I want to use that channel for my business, but I won't be sharing a lot on that channel because the nature of what I do is confidential. If I'm working with couples and offering training or one-on-one with that couple, I can't put all that on YouTube, but I will think just once I get enough subscribers on that channel, do some live streams and offer some free advice if possible. Be very limited because I can't give you a lot of advice on social media like this, but it'll be a way to generate some potential customers. So that's my goal right now. I'm trying to get more people so I can switch over to just expose the Impact Community Services business. But I believe in what Kevin Tuba Chat is trying to do with the nature of what he have, with YouTube. So a lot of people, they just have to learn. They just learn. A lot of new people here on YouTube, and they don't really learn, and they don't know the guidelines. They don't understand. YouTube is about business. YouTube is a business. It's a free platform right now, but there are guidelines there to protect all of us. So a lot of people have a problem with the guidelines and say YouTube is this, YouTube is that. Yes, that's a lot, but you're dealing with human beings, guys. You're dealing with human beings. So it's going to be very challenging at times. But for the lack of a better word, I believe in the concept. And if I believe in the concept, what someone do, I will support them. And everything that's coming out of what Tuba Chat is trying to do is not my cup of tea. Not him, but some of the people that are coming from that, they don't get it yet. So hopefully we people that have been here a long time can help them to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you have like so much of vital advice and suggestions that if someone just take time and listen, you will learn.
Well, I have a lot of people that come to my live stream that people been following me. I have people been following me for 6-7 years. I've been following for 6-7 years, and they're dieharders. And when I do a live stream, they pop right in because some of them have my personal information. I have their personal information. And so they may be a friend. They've been real friends. So we keep it real.
Keep it real.
Right. And in a live stream, in my live stream, these are not just numbers to me. These are long-term friends. I call them friends from afar.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. And see, I'm not interested in numbers because I tell people, I give advice in my live streams. I tell them, first of all, when you do a live stream, you have to sit down and remember, it's important. Why did you come on YouTube? Remember, why did you come on YouTube? So there's somebody out there that's going to have the same reason like you why they came on YouTube. Some people just come for information, for fun, vlog their life, or serious about making money. So you have to remember that. Why did you come here? Why are you on YouTube? And I think I share with them, stay true to who you are. Some people say to me, well, Miss Phyllis say, I want to do live streams, but I did a live stream. I tried it, but no one showed up. And I said, okay, you keep doing them. Eventually, someone will show up. So you also have to look at how you conducted your live stream. If you're doing a live stream and you're not acknowledging the people that's in your live stream, then there's something wrong with that. To me, I see it like someone coming to my home. It's my platform. It's my home. I'm not going to tolerate anybody being rude in my live stream. And I don't tolerate people begging, because it's not about begging. It's about meeting people, go to their channel, look at a video, 3 minutes or longer, leaving a comment, a genuine comment about the video. Tell them that you're watching it all the way through if you can. Let them know you hit the button, and then you'll establish friends. It may take them a minute. So you have to learn the guidelines, like Tuba Chat is trying to share with you how to grow your channel. And you want it to be organic. You want it to be a slow process, because that way, if you just get numbers, you have to hit the button. Those people are not going to stay. Found over the years, they're not going to stay. They're not real. They're not interested in you or your content. So it is a dog-eat-dog world, and it's competition, and it's going to get worse because people now coming with all the technology, how to grow their channels and fancy. That's not me. And so I might not ever get that way, but that's fine. But you have to stay true to who you are. Know the guidelines. Know how to meet people. And another thing, guys, some people, remember this, some people never going to come to your channel. That's just the nature of the beast. Everybody's not going to like you. They're not going to like you. Even if your content is something they may like, they may not like you. Let's keep it 100. There's a lot of jealousy here in this community. There are a lot of cliques. There are a lot of people that don't like you unless you look like them or think like them. They're not going to come to your channel. Okay? And that's okay. Just keep it moving. So that's my spiel about YouTube. I don't get so caught up in the numbers. I don't watch the numbers. And that's the best way of your channel to grow. And another thing, guys, people may think, okay, this is a selfish thing I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it. People will not support someone. People will not support someone that won't support them. Let's be for real. I have gone to people's channel after a while. I give them my subscription, and they never come over. Eventually, now I'm not an Indian giver. I might not take the subscription back, but I am not coming back to visit you anymore, because that's just human nature. What's in it for you? That's how we are. It has to be a cost benefit for me. And I keep it real. Another thing too, I love hauls. I love unboxing. I love beauty channels. I love gamers. I don't game. I don't know much about beauty. But I'm fascinated by how they put on the makeup. That fascinates me. And I have been following some of these people for years, and they come check out my hauls. And I like hauls, but I'm going to be for real. I'm busy. It's hard for me to sit and watch a 25-minute Dollar Tree haul. I love the Dollar Tree, but I found you have to be careful with the Dollar Tree. I had one person follow me, so she was going broke. Going to the Dollar Tree, uploading all these videos, and she had a closet full of stuff. So she had to revamp. So she didn't stop it, but she just started doing something differently. Okay, something different. So you may lose a couple of people. And another way you want to lose somebody if you start talking about your God, okay, now I consider myself more spiritual than religion, because religion is just a way of trying to make you feel good about yourself and think you're better than other people. It's nothing. Religion is not going to get you anywhere. I'm about being in tune with my creator. I acknowledge there's a power greater than me, okay? So, but a lot of people follow you may be an atheist. That's just the way it is. I'm sure they may actually not believe in your belief. That's okay. I don't say a religion. I don't say a denomination. I don't promote denomination. That's a personal thing. But if I want to share how God has been good to me, and if you decide to leave my channel, so be it. You weren't supposed to be part of my journey anyway. So if you remember to stay true to yourself, you will grow.
Miss Brown be keeping it real. If you ain't watching her, you better get over there and subscribe. And you better watch. You better watch.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, like, for example, I was trying to participate in somebody's live stream a little while back, but they were begging for money. And the people in the stream started begging for the money for the person. I thought, see, that's why I don't like to go to churches where they beg for money. I have a problem with that, you know, because don't get me started on that, because if you got to beg, it's something wrong with that. My God takes care of me, so I'm not going to beg anybody. People say, why don't you set up and help people send you some money? I don't need your money. If I set it up, it's going to be for the business. So you can help someone that's less fortunate than you, okay? Because who much is forgiven, much is required.
That's right. That's
so
right.
It's about giving back, guys, about giving back. And when I give to people that I follow for years and send them some money through their Cash App or something like that, I tell them, listen, you ain't got to tell nobody.
You don't got to tell nobody.
They ain't got to tell nobody. Well, Miss Phyllis, can I make a video saying that? I said, you can do whatever you want to, but I'm telling you, you ain't got to tell when I gave it. Okay, I make a video saying you treat us to dinner. I said, that's fine. You want to do that, but you don't have to do that.
That's right. That's right. I mean, like I told you, it's plenty of gems over in Miss Brown channel. One of the questions that I have for you is, how did you feel when you realized your sons were dating outside their race?
Well, my first son, the oldest son, his first wife was Caucasian. His second wife was Caucasian. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. People think, oh, but I go back, I get deep, kind of get deep right now, just for a minute, Angie. When my oldest son was 7 years old, or maybe, no, he wasn't even 7. He was about 5 or 4 years old. I went to the bank. He was in the back seat. And the teller came up, and she's a Caucasian young lady. He said, oh, Mama, she is so beautiful. And I didn't pay any attention. He said, tell her, Mama, tell her. I said, tell her what, baby? Tell her she's beautiful. And he was serious. I said, my son said, you're very beautiful. And from that moment on, I knew my son was going to go what we used to call the jungle fever. And he did. And he went in jungle fever. He never came out. So, but when he was dating her, he came to my house and told me, I was working a group home. He came and he said, Mom, I'm going to get married. I said, boy, who you trying to marry? Because he's about 25. I was 24. No, he was 22. I said, who you going to marry? I'm going to get married. I said, listen, you're not ready to marry anybody. I said, because, honey, you still out here sowing your wild oats. I said, you're not husband material right now. I didn't think nothing of it. He came back later and said, Mom, I'm getting married. And I thought, okay. And he didn't tell me who it was. And so then he brought her over, and I said, okay. Wait. An
old one. What is an old one? She was older in age?
The first one, my first son.
Okay.
The first one. And so he ended up going to the military. They both went to the military at 18, 19 years old. So he gets married at 20. He marries her at 19 or 20. But the way I found out that she was Caucasian is that after I met her, and then she was a nice girl from here, she's from Georgia. He asked me, he said, Mom, can she come to live with you? Because he went off to the military. And I said, why? He said, because, Mom, this is what happened. She was expecting. Okay. She had to go, she would live with her parents. She had to go tell her parents that she was expecting, and that she was expecting from a black man. So what happened was they put her out. And so she came to live with me for a little while till he got accoladed in the military that he sent for her. So, and I told him, I said, listen, I said, it's love is love. I have no problem with who you fall in love with, but I have a problem if you went out seeking someone, just say you can marry a different person with a different race. That's wrong to marry somebody just because of different race. That could be a fetish or whatever. So I say, make sure you love her and that you love her who she is. She just happened to be a white woman.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, and they were married for about 6-7 years, and then they got divorced. Another story. So it was hard, but I didn't think she was the one for him. But you cannot tell your children.
You can't.
I don't think she's the one for you. Nothing against her race, but I just knew their personalities.
That's right.
So they got divorced, and now he's with the woman that, you know, she's just, I love her. She treats me like, she called me mom. She called me every morning to check on me. And her first husband was black, so she's never had, neither one had never dated outside, you know, with the same race.
Okay.
So they used to be around, you know, and so I'm blessed in that department. I have 2 great daughter-in-laws.
Okay, that's good. That is, listen, Miss Brown, that's a plus. Now I'm gonna ask you because you know we newsy, so we be asking all them questions.
I don't, you know what? I was in the medical field. I've done a lot of life. So at group home, I don't embarrass easily. Okay. I have seen it all. I have not done it all, but I have seen there's nothing too much you can say to me, embarrass me. I'm telling you. I could tell you stories that would embarrass you. I worked at Greater Hospital too for 10 years. So you know I've seen it all.
You've seen it all, but I'm gonna ask you, Miss Brown.
Ask me.
Did you have to show them daughter-in-laws how to fry some chicken?
You know what? My daughter, the first daughter-in-law, when they were in Germany, she called me and asked me how to, she's a Southern girl, so she knew how to cook. But she wanted to cook some of his favorite meals.
Okay.
So I thought that was nice of her to want to, you know. And the one now, she can cook too. And she still called me and she said, Mom, I finally know how to cook your potato salad and milk and cabbage. And when I go visit, I taught her how to cook cabbage. She's standing there and watch, so she can cook. They both can burn.
That's good. Now, you have sons. You don't have any daughters, actual daughters, right?
No, I had
it's okay.
Ex, well, no, it's no secret. One of my ex over there, 2-3 down the road, we both were in the field. And I worked in a group home as a resident advisor. This little girl walked in. She was about 6 years old. Oh, and I fell in love with her.
Okay.
And I called and I said, listen, we got to get this little girl. We got to have her. You got to meet her. And so because of the conflict, I couldn't adopt her because she was not adopted. She's still in the system. So I approached my CEO of my company and her case manager. And I said, I would like to be her mentor. So I became her mentor. And then I told her we would like to adopt her. We didn't tell her. So she had to stay in the group home for a little while longer and then come visit me on the weekends. And eventually we adopted her. But she had to, unfortunately, go back to the children's hospital because of her behaviors. And then my ex had to go somewhere because of his behaviors. So
you got rid of him.
We got divorced. But in the interim, I stayed with her as her mom. I was the only mom she ever knew. So over the years, I would still go visit her in the hospital. Then I married my husband now of 22 years. And I told her, listen, I have this young girl. I'm the only mom she ever known. She'd been an assistant. She was 2 years old and blah, blah, blah. I would like you to meet her because eventually when she get out the hospital, she's coming to live with me. So he would go with me to visit her. So when she got discharged at 14, she came to live with us.
Okay. I was going with the question because I feel like your daughter-in-law became your daughter because your recipes and everything, like she said, Mom, I know how to make your potato salad. So now your recipes go down to her and it goes to your grandchildren, regardless of what race, what color, it doesn't matter. You
Right.
got a daughter.
It doesn't matter. And because, like I said, my dad was biracial. My
Okay.
grandmother was biracial. And I don't remember my grandmother. I don't know why. But my older sister and the sister that's a year and 9 months younger than me, she passed away. They remember my grandmother.
Sorry.
But my sister said my grandmother did not like dark people.
Well, now was she a peach too?
She's a Georgia peach.
Oh wow.
And she said grandmother looked like Caucasian. And she didn't like my mom. My mom was maybe my complexion, maybe just a shade darker. So maybe I don't remember her, but maybe my sister, she used to pick us up all the time. I don't remember the lady picking me up. So maybe I was not her favorite. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my other sisters, it was 10 children, very bright. And I'm not as bright as them. So maybe I was not a favorite. Because you have to remember that back in the day here in the South, that's true. The lighter you were, the more you were accepted.
And with that being said, like I am the darkest person in my family. And they used to call me Blackie.
They used to call me the black sheep.
Yeah, like that's crazy. And if you look at me, I'm not even black. I'm like brown.
You're brown.
But everybody fair skinned it. So
because you know what, Angie? Growing up, because of how we were treated, we did not embrace our culture, our blackness.
Yes.
So the way you were hurt, you could hurt someone by calling them black.
I never understood that.
Because I'm telling you, people don't think this is true, but you know when we really start coming to terms with who we are here in the South?
Yes.
When James Brown made the song, "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud."
I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud.
That's the truth. That's when we start saying, hey, man, I'm not so bad. Because black people had real low self-esteem when you going through back doors and being called the N-word and
certain bathrooms and things like that. Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the process of trying to write my book. And so
wait. You ain't gonna just throw stuff out. See, Miss Brown, you just throwing stuff and ain't, like what?
But you know what?
You writing a book?
All my friends have written their books. And so I started my book. I got the name. I think I got 500 words. I'm just lazy. And so, and the thing about it is, I sought out some ghostwriters. These ghostwriters want a lot of money. You hear me?
Yeah.
Most people don't write their own books.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm trying to find maybe a college student that I can dictate my book to them.
Now I have a book. I have a ghostwriter. She's inexpensive. I'll hook you up with her.
You need to hook her up with me because I met one ghostwriter that helped my son. When he's in acting and stuff like that. She told me that she would give me a price since I have some information. She would start writing and she would give me a good cut because as I get to a point, I could send to her what I have, and she would say, "I need more information." So that way, she gonna give me a cut.
Okay. Yeah, I got someone. I'll hook you up with it. No worries. We got you. Okay. But
I'm telling you, you're gonna get to know me. You're gonna say, "My God," because I'm telling you, it's so much.
I know, because you sit up here and stuff. I'm like, wait, pause, hold up, Miss Brown. Flag on the play. Did you just say?
Right. Like I said, we're gonna get our email stuff together. Okay.
We are. We definitely. We have to conversate. We gotta. You want me to hold? Because I can go to commercial while you answer that.
No, I said, you know what? My husband still have this landline 22 years. No one, I don't, it rings and nobody have number of my children. And so my husband still want to keep this, he's old school. He's a little older than me, but I said, okay, keep it in. So my son paid for 5 years in advance. He said, "Mom, y'all still got a landline?" I said, "Yeah, let your dad keep the landline." So it's making me happy.
Listen, during certain weathers, you need a landline because these phones ain't worth 2 cents that we pay for them.
That's right, but they're so expensive too. I just got on my son's plan after about 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because they gave me a phone because they want me to have a FaceTime when they were traveling all out the country. So they can see my grandson. So I said, my smartphone was working. I said, Mom, get your iPhone. I said, fine, you're going to pay for it. Knock yourself out.
Wait, Miss Brown, you know how to work an iPhone?
Yeah, I got an iPhone.
You know what? I can't. Tell us about the impact community. I need to know. Listen, go ahead and tell us what's going on with the impact community.
Impact Community Service is a community-based program that I have that I provide training. You know, my passion is supporting couples in their relationships. So I developed a lot of people can't afford licensed therapists. And I'm not a licensed therapist, but I'm certified. I got a degree in human services. I have a lot of certification in teaching foster parents. I got that through the state. I have training. I'm a certified CAMF, a certified anger management specialist. So I got a lot of certification through the state of Georgia where I teach basic communication skills to couples, because most of the time relationships about people not able to communicate with each other. They loved each other in the beginning, and somehow they think they're falling out of love with each other and they're stuck. So I provide a training. It's an 8-week module of different training. In the first module, I try to help the couples to go back and rekindle their relationship, to understand why did you marry this person in the first place? Why marriage? Why now? Why this person? So that's the first module. And then it goes talking about one module, how to go from us, from I to us, how to blend families, how to deal with sexual conflict in a marriage, how to communicate, because we communicate differently, men and women do. So because sometimes we don't know how to communicate, we don't understand how each other think, women and men think very differently. So that's what it's all about. And we have fun, and they sign a confidentiality form. The state that what we talk about stays here, and they share what they feel comfortable with. And during this training, I do an assessment. Maybe the first week, I get an assessment of the couples, and I can find out who need more than what I can give them. So they may need therapy, because sometimes the issues they're having in marriage are not marital issues. They really happen as a result of unresolved issues in the individual. So sometimes people got to deal with their own demons before they actually come together with someone. We have a lot of fun. We do role playing, and then we discuss how we finalize our meeting. We all go out to dinner, or we light candles, and we reaffirm our marriage, and they may repeat their vows to each other. So hopefully their communication skills are enhanced, or they learn better, more effective communication, and they grow back in love with each other. They fall back in love with each other, because as human beings, we're designed to fall in and out. That's just the nature of the beast of relationship. But that does not mean the relationship has to end because we don't have that good feeling, that head over heel relationship how we did at first. So we can get it back. It can come back. It's not just all over. And try to teach them and show them you don't have to throw in the towel. Don't throw in the towel. Let's try to make this thing work.
That's right. That's right. This is where we're going to go ahead and give something away. We got a giveaway. We got a surprise. We got to give away something.
Yeah, I should do that in my live stream.
Yes, of course you can have it. Whatever you want to do. Ms. Brown, ask the chat a question that we've talked about today, and we're going to see if we can find a winner. What question can you ask them that they may know? Because everybody going, whatever question you ask, they're going to go running back to your channel to see if the answer is
about me.
Yes.
Okay.
Something you mentioned today during this live.
I mentioned a lot of stuff.
You want me to ask?
Yeah, as you asked. I mentioned so much stuff. I got a lot of videos about stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Okay, go ahead.
What did I do? What did I do with my stimulus check?
Ms. Brown, you ain't talking about what you did with your stimulus check on this live.
I sure did I? But I made a video about that one. Okay. You asked it, Angie. I talked so much, I don't know what I talked about. Okay. What is the name? What is the name? What is my website address? What is my website address for Impact Community Services? What is my website?
Miss Brad, you ain't mentioned it. I've been dropping it.
I did talk about Impact Community Service. I said the name of my business is Impact Community Service. If they go to my channel, they can see that. That's easy.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna give away 2 gifts today.
Okay. They need to know the name of my. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. What's the name of her website? And then the second thing is put in the chat. How long has she been married? Because we started off with the song by Patti LaBelle, my favorite singer, Patti LaBelle. It was requested on my own. How long has Miss Brown been married? Anybody got the answer? And also, what's the website to her business?
I did say how long I was married.
You did say how long you was married. Let's see if anybody else remember. And we're gonna give away 2 items. Look, I'm looking.
After you something else. And if they looking at my channel, it's big and bold.
It is. I told you they run it back right now, Ms. Brown. They run it back. Okay. While we waiting for them to answer that, let me ask you a question. You talk a lot about setting goals, being mindful of your goals. Can you give us some advice of how to maintain and get to establishing your goals?
Okay, is it a personal goal, a professional goal?
Either or, whatever one you want to listen. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
I would like to say, since I'm big on people trying to start their own business, I would say a professional goal would be start out with a goal. A goal does not have to be very long. My goal is to start a LLC or a business within 6 months. A goal should be a realistic goal. It should be clear, and you should be able to measure that goal. So if that's your goal, sit down and write your goal. My goal is to start my own LLC business within 6 months. That's a professional goal. That's a short-term goal.
That's
So you got to start with a short-term goal, something that you can measure. You can come back in 6 months and get the progress and see how far you are. You can go. You can set little milestones in between. Where are you in 1 week? What have you said? What have you done? Okay, and when you establish a goal, you got to find out: do I have the resources to implement this goal?
Yes.
Or do I need to seek out someone that can help me? Okay, do I need to seek out someone to help me? How do I go about doing it? How do I network? Because the thing about it is, a lot of times, why we don't pursue our goals? We try to do the goal by ourselves.
Most definitely.
We try to do it by ourselves. And a lot of times we think that, I can only do this by myself. That's okay, but you just we call it position yourself. You got to put yourself in a position, okay? So first of all, you need to seek out someone that have a common interest. If that's what you want to do, align yourself with people that have LLCs. And I always say LLC as opposed to a nonprofit is because the LLC is an easy way to get started in the state of Georgia. You just get the LLC going and you come with your name and you get the LLC going, and then you can decide after you establish that goal, then you want to find out who is your audience, who you want to reach, who do you want to reach. I met with people. They said, well, I would like to start a group home. I said, well, what type of group home? Well, I have this house. I said, well, do you want to do children or you want to do adults? If you want to do children, do you want to do children as in DJJ, or you want to do just regular foster children? Or if you want to do adults, do you want to do adults with a DD diagnosis, development disabled disability? Or you want to do just a community living for seniors, just a couple of seniors. So you got to know who you want to reach. And a lot of people believe it or not, Angie, they don't even have a name for the business. I said, listen, what do you want to call your business? I never thought about that. Okay, That may have to go back to the first goal. Work on me a name. That could be a short-term goal. Within a week, I will have the name for my business.
That's right. You got to have a mission, though. You got to know what your mission has to be right there.
Right.
We do have a question. All right. Shalisa Journal said, my brother has chosen to date white women now, and I don't know how to accept it. How do you accept it, Miss Brown?
Well, first I accept it because I love my son. And I accept the fact that my son is, I learned a long time ago that my children are not my property. They are individual. They are a gift. I look at it from God. So I have to respect that he's made this choice and live with that. Because a lot of times, do I want my child out of my life? Because if I give him a lot of slack about him marrying outside his race, then he may cut me off. I'm just being real. And I'd rather still have that connection with my son. Now, I may sit down and ask my son more about who he's trying to marry to get an idea. I will state what I did with my son. I told him, I asked him, I said, why are you marrying her? We ought to come. He said, because he loved her.
Okay.
I love her. I said, okay. I said, now you do know that now you've married this girl and her parents are against your union. I said, so you got to make a decision now. Are you ready to handle all the troubles you guys going to face? Not just from them, but from people outside. There are people who never accept your union. So you have to come to terms and be more self-aware of what you're about to do and to walk in this thing with an open mind, with your eyes open, to be ready to accept whatever going to come your way. But don't just be marrying somebody. But I'm just saying this. People love who they love.
That's right.
That's not a whole ball game now. Why, I don't want to get into that. A lot of people understand. They don't even know what love is all about, first of all. So you got, why are you married? He can come and tell me why he's marrying this girl. And I can do an assessment and see this is true love. But in his case, I think it had a lot to do because she was expecting.
Okay. Which is
just being honest with you. And then he went into the military.
Yeah, everybody in the military get married, isn't it? Don't they get extra money?
They get extra money. And I told him, I said, listen, you already married her. He went to the military. I said, so you need to, and I knew they weren't for each other.
Okay.
But what can I do? Because that's a very sticky subject. You tell somebody not to marry someone.
And also, I feel like you definitely have to accept people for who they are.
Right.
It's not based upon race, gender, or who they decide to sleep with in their bed. It's none of our business. Just accept them for who they are.
But the only reason I had hesitation about my son and his girlfriend, his first wife, I knew she grew up in the South.
Okay.
I knew that already her parents had a hard time with it. And so my son told me during our conversation that I was prejudiced. Now this week I said, Mom, how can you say that I'm prejudiced? Because I voiced my concerns when I told him some of the stuff, I said, here you marrying a girl from the South. You having a problem with her family. And I say, that should say a lot. So eventually, later on, it kind of came out. He told me during the divorce, when they were about to break up, she said to him, I just can't do the black thing anymore. And I said, what?
Now, let me just ask you, being as though you have that biracial relationships in your family, do you think at the end of the day, they always look at us as we're African Americans? At the end of the day, we're not on the same level with them. Do you think that?
Okay, now my first daughter-in-law, I always felt like with her, because he told me some things like some of her family had never met him. They choose not to. They were just that prejudiced. Okay, and then he said that you have to know my son. You understand what I'm about to say. He said they asked him one day, someone passed, and not to come to the funeral. He was not so nice about it. He said, fine with me because I got a lot of stuff to do. So, and I said, so that let you know what kind of family you know you married into. So, but this daughter-in-law, but the first one, I always felt like at first they had a problem. When the grandson came, it's like the parents changed. When they come to my house for dinner, we hung out. I just think they had not just been that close to Black people. But as they came around me more, we grew to love each other, her in-laws, and I talked to them on the phone. And I said, listen, I told them, I said, these are our children. I understand how you feel. I say, but you have to love your daughter in spite. So, and I said, I understand where you're coming from. I try to put myself in their position. And I said, listen, I know you grew up in the South, her parents, like I did. Because of segregation, we did not interact. And I know you probably felt you want a white man for your daughter. But this is what we have. Our children have chosen each other, so we got to accept it. They eventually had her to come back home. They let her come back home. And then when the grandbaby got here, they were all cool. We used to hang out. And he used to tell his wife, told his wife, honey, I thought your potato salad was good, but going forward, every Christmas, let Phyllis make a potato salad. So we were all cool. We did things together. So I think it was a growing thing, not so much for them, me, but for them. So I think that's what it is about relations, Andrew, between Black and white people. They really just, the era they came up in, I came up in, we just didn't hang out with each other because we weren't allowed to. It was against the law. So my son said, I'm not prejudiced. I said, Jesse, you got to remember this, son. Remember this, and this is the truth now. Not all white people are not prejudiced. But for the most part, white people did not wake up one day and just say, oh, it's so terrible how we treat white people, Black people. Let's let them become first-class citizens. Lack of a better word, the law changed. They had to allow us to do things. So you just keep in mind what you got to deal with. So he saw the ugliness of that, some of those family members. So, but it's all about getting to know each other.
Most definitely. Being so I'm newsy, what your shirt say?
Oh, girl, I like to wear stuff based on what my philosophies.
Tell me about it.
Can you read it? Did you see it, Angie?
No, what is that? The people that are the loudest, what?
People are like clouds. When they disappear, it's an awesome day.
Oh.
People are like clouds. You can't read it? Do you see it?
I got you, Queen. I get it.
This is a sign. This is another plaque right here. I brought. I hadn't hung it up yet. We just moved in the house in February. This is about our 5th house. And it said, our house is lived in. It's not for show. If you don't like the mess, you know where to go.
Wow.
So, see, you know what, Andrew? One thing I know I am. I'm not perfect. I know human behavior. I know a man. And I'm very self-aware. And that's what most people are not self-aware. There's a power that comes with being self-aware. And there's some strength and a joy and a freedom that comes from knowing who you are. You may not know a lot what you don't want to do, but you know who you are, where you came from, where you want to go. And you have to live to people all the time. Listen, it's a life coach. You cannot live in the world that you want. You got to live in the world that you have. You cannot function that way. You cannot function that way. You got to establish. You need to know what you want out of life. Set goals for yourself. And you know what? And most goals won't happen if you don't write it down.
That's right.
If you don't write it down, it's been proven it won't develop. Most goals won't develop. Got to write it down. I believe in a vision board.
That's right.
I believe in a vision board. And I believe that you can accomplish anything you want to if you keep it real. If you stay true to who you are. When I was a little girl, my mom would say all the time, be yourself before you be by yourself. I didn't know what she meant by that, but I heard all my life. So I learned I'm gonna be myself. And when I married my husband this time, this is the first time I've been with any man in 22 years. And when I met him, I said, listen, I'm not looking for a daddy. I hope you're not looking for a mama. I said, I gave him this little book. I think it was 25 pages called The Complete Marriage. Okay. I said, if you read this, this is me. This encompasses who I am, my beliefs. And so he read it. We would talk on the phone about it. And what you think about that? I asked, what you think about this? Think about this. Because I'm telling you, I said, I want you to be yourself. Because I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me. So be yourself. I want you to always be who you are. I'm going to be who I am. Because in my past marriages, I didn't just walk out with different reasons, serious reasons. I lost who I am. That's so right. I teach couples all the time. Listen, you have to be your own person. That's right. Just because you decide to emerge together and share your life with someone else does not mean you lose your individuality. You can't, because one day you're going to wake up, you're going to be so regretful, and you say you're going to resent this person. You got to be yourself.
I totally agree. Like, first of all, I need that shirt in a size medium.
I thought there was a shirt at Walmart last year, girl. I love the word.
I'm gonna look for it. Somebody got it. Amazon. Somebody got that shirt. Miss Brown, you are so deep that an hour won't even allow me to ask half of the questions I already got over here.
Well, like I said, you can ask anything. I do not embarrass, honey. I have seen some stuff. I was on somebody's live stream that was talking, and she just said, "Oh no, stories." I love my people. I am proud to be a Black woman. And I wish more people would be more proud to say who they are and where they come from. And I know I see, what bothers me? I have a problem when people say, I'm not from Africa. You know what? I know that's my person. I give my opinion. You can feel how you feel. But where did you come from? Europe? Okay, my ancestors died so I can have rights. So I'm not saying I love everybody, but I'm proud to be who I am. I'm proud to be a Black sister, a Black woman. And why are we so afraid to say that nowadays? It's just like, everybody else proud to be who they are. And they'll tell you in a minute. I am who I am. And I'm going to say another thing too. No offense in my Caucasians or Asians or Latino family. Guys, love each other, appreciate each other, support each other, because everybody else is proud. I'm telling you. I am telling you, be proud of who you are. There's no shame in that. It should be no shame in that. Wow. I wanted to come through back doors. And I was a little girl. I remember coming through back doors. I remember the black and white water fountains here in Atlanta, Georgia. Here in Atlanta, Georgia, I'm telling you. Yes. I remember getting life lessons sitting down. Okay, now, when you go downtown, remember now, show him a water fountain. And when you get on the bus, you got to sit on the back. I can tell you stories and stuff like that. So, yes, I am proud of where I came from. I know what people did and paved the way for me to be who I am. You hear me?
I do. I hear you. What I like about Atlanta, my baby, not just the fact that my babies are there, but that's the first time throughout my travels I ever seen an outhouse. I'm a city girl.
Really?
So when I went to Atlanta, I went to Winston, Georgia, and I seen the outhouse. I was like, what? I video chatted. I called my parents. I was like, look at this. They never see. We're city people. We're from Philadelphia. Even though we had our own racial issues, I never seen an outhouse until I was like 40 years old. And that's the truth.
But Angie, I lived in the city I never saw an outhouse either until I was maybe 12, 13, because I went to the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw our house. But I live in the city, so in the city, you know, we had everything, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of people said to Atlanta, I understand when you come to Atlanta, we say Atlanta, we don't mean just Atlanta where, you know, Atlanta have like 9 counties that make up.
It does.
Atlanta.
It does.
Yeah.
And even I like the fact that they incorporated the streetcar, because the streetcar will drive you down Moreland. It takes you to the Martin Luther King place. Like, I love the streetcar because it gets more into the historical part of Atlanta.
Right. But
So
when
I
was
like
a girl,
that.
we had the trolley. The trolley was like the streetcar, which came through downtown Atlanta. We didn't have MARTA.
That's right. That's right. Because Marta just popped out of anywhere. It just like, hey.
Yes. And see, like gentrification now has really changed a whole lot in all major cities.
Yes. Even in Grant Park, like near the zoo, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of changes are being made. You know?
There used to be some little rinky-dink houses, and everybody lived down there by the zoo. And
now they're $1 million houses.
Well, see, my aunt passed about 7 years ago. She had a house right there in the park. She paid $40,000 for a house. My cousin called the other day and said that house now, some years ago, just 4 years ago, when she died, was like $200,000. She was $250,000 now.
I know. I'm telling you, the houses are really, they are very expensive now. But Ms. Brown, I want to ask you a question. If you had an extra $1,000 that was just given to you right now, what would you do with it? If you had it right now, somebody just gave you an extra $1,000, what would you do?
See, thinking about first, I would help somebody that's having a hard time. I'll probably give them a little penny or two, some of it, and then us, I think I still invest in business.
You heard she would give some of that change. She would give it up.
I'm
That's
always
good,
giving
good people right there.
Giving somebody something. I have a great nephew that's in school, and I called his grandma, which is my sister. She didn't know this, and I had told her I had been sending him stuff through Cash App, just a little money every now and then, helping with a book or something. She didn't know that. And so my thing is, you get rewarded a lot of times if you don't tell what you do. You know, just do it. Because I think it's someone up there, he sees your reward. You know, people are always saying to me, you remember the time when you did this? And you remember the time? I said, no, I don't. You know, because you remember the time when I lived with you? I said, mm-mm. You know, because that's what it's all about. It's about giving back.
And that's the truth, because you realize the more you give, the more you are blessed, because you just giving from your heart. And out of nowhere, when you had difficult times, you'd be like, wow.
Right. And you get blessed, and you wonder why. My children said, Mama, when we were little, you always had money. You know, I didn't know what they meant by that, but I had my own licensed home daycare, and 2 of my friends got divorced, and I brought them out there in this apartment complex. I told them how to do it, and it was licensed, and I paid for 2 cars. They paid for a car, and they said, yeah, and I just believe in sharing. I just believe in sharing. And so, yeah, that's I did have money, didn't I? And it was nothing back then to have $500 somewhere and so because the more you give, my husband said, you always got some money. What you talking about?
I totally understand. I do.
You know,
before we get out of here, I want you to tell the people one thing that they can find on your channel.
They can find honesty. They can find genuineness. They can find support. And they can find love and appreciation. That's what they can find.
I think that you just totally defined who you are, because all of those words are truly you.
Oh, you're so sweet, Angie.
That's real rap, though. That's the truth, Miss Brown.
Well,
I told you.
I just think, I look at, and I tell people, the young people that's coming on YouTube, that stay true to heart, you. But remember, this is social media. I went to a young girl's live, and I always like to support even people that's less than me. And so I went to her channel. She was doing a live stream, and she was bashed. She was crying because someone had hurt her on YouTube. She was saying I thought they were my friend. She was boohooing, and she was pregnant. I couldn't type fast enough. I said, listen, I said, first of all, calm down. And I said, remember, this is social media. Remember this going forward. These are not your friends. Some will become long-term friends, and some are just here for different reasons. And I said, don't cry anymore. I said, you're expecting. And I said, your baby's not need that energy coming from you. It was a long whatever. And so she eventually had her baby. She changed her channel name. She's doing better now. She's on Instagram. She had to revamp. She had to go back because someone had said she had put something out there and someone had told somebody else. And I said, listen, you share on social media stuff that won't come back and kick you in the butt.
That's right.
You share what you feel comfortable about. Because see, I share anything because I can handle the trolls because I'm used to trolls. They don't faze me. But it's not too much you can say to me it's going to hurt my feelings because I know you have problems. So you have a problem. And a lot of people say, well, I don't come on anymore because I'm getting older. I said, look, honey, two things we all going to do. We're going to die and we're going to pay some taxes. And I'm going to be black till I die. And I said, beauty is going to fade.
Yes, it will.
If you're worried about what you look like because you'll be on camera. If you don't feel like being on camera, don't be on camera. I said, but if somebody picking the way your hair looks, so be it. I said, there's some people not going to like nothing that you do. They're going to be jealous of you. You start telling people you got it. If somebody don't have a degree, once you tell them you have a degree, people get jealous of you. People see what kind of house you live in. They're going to be jealous of you. And I said this morning, YouTube mirrors life.
It does.
There are prejudiced people in YouTube. There are prejudiced people outside of YouTube. This is community. It's a neighborhood. So you have no control of all your neighbors. So you need to make you some long-term friends because numbers going to come. Neighbors move and go. Come and go. So stop sharing stuff. You will come back and hit you in the face. If you don't like live stream, don't do live streams. If you like hauls, do your hauls.
That's right.
You lose 10 and some more gonna come. You know there are millions of videos go on YouTube out every hour. There are millions of people on this community. We're just hitting the surface here. And I went to Lady Channel. She didn't subscribe to me. She not. I've seen folks, once they get monetized, change. I'm telling you. They were sweet little people, and I've seen people grow from my channel just like Tuba Chat because I promoted them, and I so then someone passed me. You thought I can't? I don't care. I did it. But if your motive for doing it is not right, you're gonna get resentful.
All the time. All the time.
Stay true to your heart. And I love you, Edge, and I can't wait to exchange. You got my Gmail account on my.
Yes. I am going to send you a message. I'm booked. I'm ready. I got like 50,000 things going on over here to prepare because this is our worst season. This is hurricane time. So just but I am so grateful that you came and spent some time with me, not only this morning, but this afternoon. And I'm going to come and see you, Miss Brown, because
when your children are here.
Yes, my children and my grandchildren are here. Are there. I don't have family here. It's just me and my husband.
Oh, well, I love the video. I love the renovations you all are doing over there.
Oh, thank you. Well, I ain't doing nothing, Miss Brown. I ain't doing nothing.
Well, you supported him, so you are doing something.
Some days are harder than others. I promise you someday.
I know. We just got to talk more. I just can't wait to meet you. Like I say, I do live stream, but I do a live stream when I'm feeling it. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not coming on the camera.
That's right.
I'm just being real. And we've done live supporters, everybody. I said, you know everybody, say hello, go check her out, show some love. If someone just lost their father, I'll tell everybody in the stream, look, Mary just lost her father. Go back, show support. If someone said, I'm going live, I said, okay, guys, let's get off this live and go over there and support her.
That's
I
right.
do my lives kind of like Tuba Chat, just that I don't do it as fast as he. But I've done live stream where I said, okay, guys, time to sing happy birthday. Angie birthday. I start out singing, happy birthday, Angie. And then everybody click, 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 click. And it's about support. I'm going to support.
Definitely about support. Like when you came a little bit earlier, and I'm like, okay, Ms. Brown, hold up, I'm rushing because I'm running someone's playlist. I'm running 2 people playlists right now.
That's
you know what I mean?
Like I said, I did your playlist. I got to go back and catch some more of your playlists. I've done Moody's playlist, the artists. I've done Face Reality. Charlene. Hi, Charlene.
Hey, that's my girl. That's my girl. She got a
sweet. Hi, Charlene.
Ms. Brown, can you see the chat? Can you see the chat?
Yes.
So this is where I need you to go up and give everybody some love, welcome them in, because you know I am the one that do highs and shout outs and greetings towards the end. So
okay. Well, hi, Phyllis, you beautiful hunk of woman.
We got the House of X.
House of X. I know them. Well, that's sweet Angie Pooh. Hi, Mrs. VSN. Alvin Kine. And Frugal Mama of Boys. How you
Mama
doing?
Boys.
People.
Yes. Now, Frugal Mama good people, though.
I gotta go. You know Charlene.
Yes.
Hi, Shalice Journey. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Who is that?
Charlisa.
Yeah, I know Shalicia.
Mm-hmm.
MTG. I don't know them, do I? They may know me.
But now you do, because everybody gonna go share each other, know each other, be with each other.
But you tell them that, Angie, when you come to my channel, I like for you to make sure you leave a comment. I call that your calling card.
That's right.
Like if you come visit me in my house and I'm not there, you're gonna leave a little note in the screen door and say I was here. That's your calling card. Because then I can get to your channel real quickly.
That's right. You heard what she said.
Leave your calling card.
Leave your calling card.
Hi, Big Daddy Board Game, and I build. I support gamers. Oh, hi, that Beauty. Hi, Beauty and Beast. How y'all doing?
Hi, Beauty. Oh, long time no. Hi, Beauty and Beast. I like them. I've been running these playlists too. Okay, Big Daddy. Big Daddy has a sample for Sociable. I'm so excited to see it.
Did anybody guess how many years I've been married? You didn't do this?
No, ain't nobody guess it.
I said 22 years.
Well, I'm gonna send you the gift, Ms. Brown.
Oh, honey, please, thank you, darling. Oh,
all right, we got, and I think somebody else came in, Ms. Brown.
How
to flex life, living. How to flex living.
Oh, I know them. They exercise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they motivate me to exercise.
Oh, I gotta go check you out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a muscle? That's
Hotel Flex Living.
That's a muscle.
Who?
I think that's a muscle. I can't. Their picture. Their
Oh yeah, they exercise. Yeah.
Okay, I'm into that because I kickbox, so I'm into that.
Girl, you need to help me get a kickboxing because I tell you, I need a kickbox on my arms. When I was my son, when I start gaining weight, I only weigh 118 when I deliver my children. And one day my son was sitting at me in church. He squeezed my arms. Ooh, Mama, you got mama arms. I said, boy, hush.
Miss Brown is the bomb. Miss Brown, I appreciate you. I really, really do. Ms.
I
Brown.
appreciate you too, Angie. And you,
I will see you on the other side. We will stay in touch, Miss Brown. I really appreciate you.
I'll be over, guys, soon because I take days out of my week just to go through comments. Thank you.
Until next time. Thank you, Miss Brown.
Send me an email.
I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Listen here. If you don't know each other, like she said, leave my greeting card. Say hi. Tell me what you like and what you didn't like. I'm open for suggestions. It's just a convo. Ain't no harm, no foul. Welcome everybody to the chat. Thank Miss Brown. Please go see Miss Phyllis Brown. She got all the information you could possibly have, what you need to know, what you should know, and go check out her impact community. Go, I'm telling you, listen, if we ain't helping one another, we ain't living. You got to help one another. We got to be there for one another. Until the next combo, we got some combos coming up. How to flex living. I need a combo. I'm going to go check you out on Instagram. Everybody else, please enjoy your day. Thank you for coming to take some time to enjoy my view. It's just a combo where we be getting to know one another, and you are always welcome into my home. Sociable.